How to stop procrastinating. The reason that you are procrastinating right now is not what you think it is. You probably think that you're procrastinating because you're not interested or the task is boring, but the main reason for procrastination is you're trying to avoid stress. The stress that you're going to feel by doing the act, whether it be working out, whether that's doing your homework or doing something that you're supposed to do that's going to bring you stress. So by you procrastinating, you're delaying the effect of that stress that you're going to be feeling. You understand? This is why you're focusing on short-term gratification. Oh, let me scroll on social media, just to quickly, get a gratification. Let me watch a program. Let me just do anything but the task, because the task is going to put pressure on me. It's going to put, it's going to force me to feel stress that I don't want to feel. So in a way, the procrastination is coming from trying to avoid stress. Then again, like I said, then you get caught up in the short-term gratification. And short-term gratification never ends well. Movies, watching porn, doing everything under the sun that's going to give you the instant boost in that. Eating food, you understand? So for you to move outside of procrastination, for you to get to the point where you're doing the task you're supposed to do on time, you have to start looking at long-term gratification. You understand? Because it's only through the long-term gratification where you can be productive, where you can get things done, where you can actually move forward in your life. When you're delaying the short-term gratification and you're focusing on what you're going to get in the future is going to be far greater than the little, dopamine rush you're going to get in the short term. So long-term gratification, let me go to the gym consistently over a period of time. Let me forget about the donuts, the crisps, the junk food and that, and focus on eating healthy and training. Then in a year or 2 years time, I'm going to be in great shape. I'm going to have that six-pack. I'm going to finally have my dream body. Look at it like that, even with your homework or whatever it is that you're studying. Instead of you thinking, oh, let me just put that off. No, let me focus on the work so that I can get that degree, so I can get that good career that I would always wanted to have, and I can be successful. You understand? So the moment you shift your mindset into long-term, everything you do, just think long-term. Eating healthy, long-term. Working out, long-term. Career, finance, business, long-term. If your eyes are focused onto the future, into, a better life, then the short-term gratification is going to melt away. It's going to fade away. But if your main focus is strictly on just what you can feel or what you can get right now, then it's very difficult for you to make progression in your life, and you're always going to be stuck in procrastinating, because naturally the mind, the body does not want to go through difficulty, but it's only through difficulty and hardships and adversity is where we grow. It's so funny because when you look back at your life and look at all the progression you make, look at all the things you've accomplished and that, it always has come from hard times. And through them hard times, it's made you a better and stronger person. But now, when you're facing hard times, you're trying to avoid it, forgetting that that's that same thing that you need to become a better person. Same thing you need to become successful. But we forget that because in the short term, it's painful. But if you scan back at your life, you realize that's what made you who you are today. So always remember that. If I want to be the best version of myself, I must suffer. I must go through some shit. I must, do what I do not feel like doing in order to be that person who I'm dreaming to be. Even to get the body that I need to get, you need to go through some shit, put yourself through some serious difficulty, push your muscles past what's capable of, break down, tear the muscle fibers up so that they can grow back stronger, so you can be in shape. Same goes with anything else. Whether mentally, if you want to be a mentally stronger person, you need to go through some shit. If you want to, improve your finances, whatever it is you want to accomplish, you have to go through the difficulty, go through the mud. Don't forget that is the progression, that is the growth. The more you avoid that, the more you're delaying yourself being the best version of yourself. Now, the fear of failure is a big part of procrastination, because in a way, you're prolonging the task because you fear that you're not going to do it right. You fear that you might fail. So then that makes you hold back. That makes you delay, procrastinate, so that you don't have to face that inevitable failure. But again, same point I just made. The failure is what's going to make you progress. You have to fail your way to the top. You're not just going to do succeed, succeed, succeed. No, it's failure after failure after failure, because each failure is teaching you a lesson. Each failure is making you stronger, wiser, more competent. You understand? So if you fear failure, then you fear success. Then you definitely not going to be successful, because there's no way anyone has been successful without a whole load of failure. There's a quote, a famous quote that says that the master has failed more times than the student has tried. Really let that one sink in. The master has failed more times than the student has tried. So you might see someone who's at the top of their game, at the top of their field, and you think, wow, they just naturally successful. They just happen to make it. No. That person has tried more, they put more hours in, they've failed more, they've gone through more difficulty than any single person below them. You understand? You can only get better. You're not going to get worse. The more you do something, the more you're going to progress. So if you fear failure, then you fear success. And the reason that you're procrastinating is because you are escaping anxiety. Whenever you think about the task that you have to do, you get an anxious thought. You become fearful. You become doubtful. So you're escaping the anxiety by doing something else. Let's say you have to go to the gym. Maybe you're anxious of going to the gym, people watching you, lifting small weights. Because of that task is so difficult and you're so anxious about it, you end up procrastinating so that you can delay the pain, delay the anxiety. You understand? So it's a coping mechanism. When you break it down, procrastination is a coping mechanism for stress, anxiety, and pain. You're coping with the inevitable pain or difficulty by doing something that's going to feed your mind, give you that dopamine rush, make you feel good instantly, and then you don't need to deal with that, with the task at hand. But again, this is the road to failure. This is the road to your demise. Be extremely mindful. You have to get things done regardless of how you feel. If you're just focusing on your feelings, oh, I feel good today, let me go gym, oh, I feel good today, I'm going to get it done, then you're not going to be a successful individual, because in reality you have to do things regardless of how you feel in order to move forward. You understand? Regardless of how you feel. If your feelings are dictating you, then you're going to be sleeping in all day. You're going to be eating junk food all day. You're going to be watching movies all day. You're going to be scrolling all day, because that's the easy option. That's the option of least resistance. You understand? So if you want to be great, you want to be phenomenal, you want to be a star, you want to be the best that you can be, then you have to face the fear. You have to face the difficulty, face the procrastination, and overcome yourself. Self-overcoming is the key to progression. If you cannot overcome yourself, if you cannot control your mind or what you do or do not do, then nothing else that you're going to achieve in this world is going to be meaningful, because self-control is the ultimate success that you can get. If you can make yourself do what you're supposed to do, regardless of how you feel, you're a successful individual. Regardless of what status or money or society says, you are successful if you're able to control yourself, control your urges, control your feelings, and do what's required of you to move forward, and success will be inevitable. You will be successful. There's no way you cannot be successful if you do the thing you must do to move forward. If you're practicing every day, if you're training every day, you're eating healthy every day, eventually you're going to be in shape, bro. Maybe not now, maybe not in a few months, but eventually you will get there. But if you're doing it one day, then one day you don't do it, then realistically, where are you heading? Do you even expect anything different to where you are right now? You wonder why you're not happy with yourself. You're wondering why you're constantly doubting and not feeling good within. Because you're not doing what you're saying. You're making a promise. You're having these goals and ambitions, but you're not living up to it. You're delaying it. So of course you're going to feel empty. You're going to feel distorted. You're going to feel sad. You're going to lack more. Everything's going to be down, bro, because you're not living up to your word. You don't even have a positive relationship with yourself. You're keeping promises with other people. You're keeping promises with your boss, your friends, your family. Oh yeah, I'm going to be there at that time. Okay, I'll do that for you. But when it comes to yourself, you're letting yourself down. That doesn't make no sense. But you first of all need to respect yourself. First of all, you need to be there for yourself before you can be there for the next man or woman. You understand? You don't need to sacrifice yourself for the world. You're not Jesus. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not a prophet. You need to look after yourself. Once you fill the glass up, which is yourself, full of confidence, full of self-belief, full of self-discipline, then you can pour it into other people. You can help other people out. If you're not the best version of yourself, then how do you expect to help the next man? How do you expect to help your children? How do you expect to help anyone in society if you cannot even live up to your own words? You know, that's what you need to remember, man. So hopefully this video has given you some value, giving you some information that you can apply to become the best version of yourself. If it did, hit that like button, hit the red subscribe button. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you learned or what you want to see next. And see you in the next video, man. Come on, come on, come on.